Hey, this is Chad with The Cusp again today, talking to you a little bit about small business support and where you're learning from for your own goals. I have today on a shirt from a small business around us called Pork in the Road, friends of ours that started their own food truck, and it's been really interesting for me because I have learned a lot about small business and how things operate and the things that should be important to you and how to deal with customers and acquisition and all that different stuff, even though they're in an industry completely separate from what I do. And there's a lot of capability to see this type of learning all around you. And not that you necessarily need to seek out small businesses just for being small businesses. I mean, find value where you can. If there's a small business that does something that you really dig on, get involved. Find out what it is that drew you to that small business as opposed to the larger competitor that might be out there. For those folks that are shopping in mom and pop markets or bookstores, why aren't you going to Walmart or Barnes and Noble? What is it about that bookstore that really draws you there? And see if you can't utilize some of those similar elements in your business. These folks have been exactly where you are right now. They've walked that walk. If you have an opportunity to talk to an owner or a manager that's in that building, find out why their customers are coming in and what's the element that draws them to this environment that maybe you can utilize in your own business. The other part of this that I think is really kind of interesting is I liken this to dealing with small artists and small musicians. I happen to like guy and his guitar type of music, just the guy that rolls out there and has a couple of songs, singer-songwriter type of stuff. Generally, those are pretty small audiences. I've been to concerts that have been 50 people stuffed in the back room of a bar. And the great thing about it is that the artists are a lot more approachable. Often they'll talk to the fans afterwards. They'll talk to you during the show. You can have conversations with them. Just the other day, one of my favorite artists, Joshua Radin, liked one of my tweets. Not a big deal, but just to be able to have access to somebody like that that's in a smaller environment is a lot different than if you were a fan of the Rolling Stones or the Who or something along those lines, which they're clearly not talking to their fans nearly as much because they've got a billion of them. It's the same thing with these small businesses. You have the opportunity to get in touch with these folks and deal with them on a level that probably wouldn't happen if you wanted to talk to Sam Walton or Jeff Bezos. It's not going to happen. So when you deal with these small businesses, it gives you more of an opportunity for an interchange, for an interaction of some sort, which is all learning material for you, or at least it should be. So find out and think more about what it is that's drawing you to make the purchases that you're making. If there's advertising that puts you there, if it's the way the building looks or feels or how it makes you feel, that's exactly what you need to know to be able to sell your product more effectively. So capitalize on those moments every time that you're out there and see what is making those advancements happen, because that's exactly the road that you want to be on, and it's exactly the type of information that can make you a success as well. Again, thank you for listening to The Cups. We appreciate you checking in with us. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll continue putting out everything we can to help you along your path. Thanks again. Have a good one.